Welcome everybody. Same strip, different cast. We are back 2018. We know you guys have missed us. We have been away for, I don't know, about a month now?
At least a month.
We're so far behind. It's probably more than that.
I blame our co-hosts Stephanie and Teresa.
I don't know
And
how.
I am Tony. I blame them two for being away from you guys for so long. But today,
Watch your words.
we are going to do some quick hit reviews of Justice League, Bright, and we will talk about the Punisher TV series, but we would do a more detailed review of Star Wars The Last Jedi, which I'm pretty sure and I hope everyone has seen by now. And then after that, we're going to talk about our top 10, top 5 movies of 2017. And we'll also probably talk about the top 5 best TV shows as well. And just to clarify something from last year, guys, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. Now, moving on. Quick hits.
I think we've already determined that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Quick hits. We don't have time to talk about
We don't.
that.
We'll
no
have to
more.
make it. We'll
That
make
We
it.
got a little bit of time.
We have
to
no
talk about
time to
this.
talk about that, so I just
Fine.
wanted to make sure everybody understood that.
Fine.
So
Fine.
let's start with the first one real quick. We get into our favorite DC Comics heroes, Justice League.
Yeah. Okay.
What you guys think of Justice League real quick?
It's been so long since I've seen it. I know we saw it on opening night. I kind of really don't remember much.
I remember the Flash running
Yeah, he
and
was
then
funny.
Superman seeing him out the corner of his eye. That was funny.
Yeah, that was
I liked the
funny.
Flash. I didn't. That's all I got.
Well, the movie itself did well as far as gross wise.
Of course it did.
65. Over 655 million worldwide.
Yeah.
So it did what it was supposed to do money wise, but I didn't really care for it as much like you guys did. I don't really remember. I remember it, but
I remember Wonder
it's
Woman
not a movie
more.
that I think about
No.
from last year.
No.
It's like the hype of it went and gone.
Yeah.
How many times you guys see it?
Once, and I barely remember it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I only saw Wonder Woman once too, but I could tell you about Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman probably was still a better film.
Yeah.
I mean, I still like Batman. I like what's the man's name?
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck. I still like him playing it.
No, not at all.
You didn't like him?
I still have a problem with him being Batman.
I know, and I tried to give him a chance. I don't like him as Batman.
What about your boy from Game of Thrones?
He's beautiful. He's wonderful as Aquaman. Nobody else could ever play Aquaman as
Oh my
well as he
gosh.
does.
So you guys looking forward to
I guess
his
she told
movie?
you. Yeah, he actually has a new movie
Yeah,
coming
he
out.
has
It's called
a-
Braven.
Yeah.
Is that the Netflix movie? I saw him on the cover or something.
No, I don't think it was a Netflix.
He has some
movie.
Netflix movie where
He has
he's
a
on the
Netflix.
cover.
He has a Netflix show.
So maybe
Yes,
that's what I'm
he
looking
does
at.
have a
Okay,
show,
it's a
yeah.
Netflix show.
But
Okay.
this
That's what
is
I'm
a
thinking
movie.
about.
Did you think though, based on what y'all remember, that the movie play off each character pretty well? Was it enough of each character? Did you?
No, I don't think that was enough of Teen Titan.
Of Cyborg.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played a major role in the movie, but I understand that it wasn't. He did give us a booyah at the end for you Teen Titan fans. At the very end.
I think with him, from my perception of him in Teen Titans, he was always goofy and playful.
funny, yeah.
He
was
that.
more
So
serious.
He's
was a lot-
extremely serious in this
He was
movie.
very intelligent. And,
Yeah, he needs to throw a Ragnarok spin-off. I need to see some funniness. I need to see some comedy with that.
What about the
one.
Flash?
I think the Flash did it for me.
Yeah.
Especially at the end that was the last
But with him
scene.
when they were racing,
And they
him
were
and Superman were going to
Taking
race.
it, yeah.
So y'all can see a movie. I will probably go watch a Flash movie.
I would go watch a Flash movie.
I don't
I'm
watch
not
the TV
sure if
show.
I will.
I would.
I know
like
people
him.
that the TV show does pretty well. I heard.
I started watching the TV show.
I watched the TV show. I couldn't get into it though.
Yeah.
I probably only
Both of
watched
y'all-
the
both of
first
y'all
season.
tried it.
I tried it.
I tried it, yeah. RJ and I tried to watch it.
It didn't work out.
Watch it together. I was gonna watch it with him, but
Mhm.
when he lost interest, I lost interest. I don't think I will go. I probably will go see a movie of him if they make a movie, but to be so pumped about it, I don't think I will be.
I wouldn't buy a ticket beforehand. I
Yeah,
Black
I would
Panther
not.
ticket buy. I wouldn't
No.
do a Black Panther ticket buy.
Definitely.
I'll just
not.
wait. It'll be same day. I'm not doing anything.
It'll be a Tuesday half off.
It would be a Tuesday.
What about Wonder Woman? Did y'all like her role? I mean,
I still like her
She
role.
was
Yeah.
still me the same as she
Yeah.
normally is.
Yes.
But what about Superman? I mean, everybody knew he was coming back.
I wanted him to be more menacing.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted him to have more time to be like, what am I, good or bad? I wanted him to fight them more. I wanted him to be a friend and foe a little bit longer.
There is a sequel scheduled to be released in
Why?
June 2019. So we're getting another one.
Why? What are they?
And I think it's gonna be a Batman movie before then. So
Now, don't get me wrong. I see Ben Affleck as a older Batman. I can take that. I can handle that.
you think you can handle a whole movie of him? Is what you're saying?
I don't want a whole movie.
I don't know if I could do a whole movie.
Have we had a whole movie of him already?
No, he's planning on one.
We haven't. Everything has been. It was.
I feel like they've been sprinkling him in just to see how everybody would take to him.
Yeah.
I'm not taking.
But from my understanding, I think I read somewhere that he was only given his role. Well, only took the role because he wanted to direct or write.
He wanted. Yeah. I think he wanted to have more of that, but he decided to play the character, but he's not too pumped about the character. As far as him playing the character.
Well, if that's the case, they should have gave him the role.
Well, you're right, because now he's already there. To me, it's stupid to change actors
But
in the middle of the whole thing. Because they did that with the old Batmans, with Mike Keaton, then you put George Clooney.
Remember Val Kilmer?
Yeah, so it's like...
You're right about that. But you know what? They probably can do away with. They can
just
write in a new Batman.
I would rather them write in a Robin or a Nightwing into it if they was going to do it, and let him take more.
Have you ever seen, there was a cartoon called Batman Beyond?
Yeah, I see.
So there was like an older Batman.
It was a futuristic Batman.
Yeah, he had a little apprentice. So maybe they could do something like that where Ben Affleck is in the background, something like that. Maybe
I was actually excited when I thought Joseph Gordon-Levitt Hewitt was going to be Robin. At the end of the last
I kind of
Nolan
wish
series.
Kept it going.
Yeah, because I liked that would have been interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would have been. It might have been overkill. They did it right away, but now I don't know. I mean, he still, to me, could play the character. He's not that old.
Right.
I mean, you said, well, you know what? I thought that they was going to try to follow that line with Christopher Nolan, especially with Christopher Nolan doing one of the Superman. Yeah. I thought it was going to be in that same timeline, but this is a different timeline.
Wait, what did Christopher Nolan do? Which Superman
he did the first Batman.
No, so you said he did
the first
Superman.
trilogies of Batman.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did the trilogy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He did the trilogies of Batman, but he also did the first Superman.
I didn't know that. Is that the one where Kevin Spacey is the bad guy? Was that a Christopher Nolan?
I don't think that was.
You remember where Superman had a child?
Superman had a son, yeah.
No. That's a different timeline. Yeah. This Batman that we have right now, Henry Cavill, his first movie.
Yeah, that one was dark. I got you.
Yeah,
okay,
Christopher Nolan did that.
Okay.
So I thought it was going to be like in the same timeline. Oh, we got, what do you say? Love Hewitt, whatever his name is?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt Hewitt.
Yeah, how you said it. All right, well, what you guys want to give this as far as a review?
Bottom.
All right.
I have to be drunk.
So both of y'all bottle, yeah. I mean,
because even the jokes didn't really land. I don't
probably have to be drunk
unless it was Flash.
How many? I don't even know how many.
So
all the drinks.
So just to recap, our review would be a whole entire bottle. I mean, we pretty much did not like it.
Yeah, and he's like, oh man, that's a party. I need a drink. The whole thing. I need to be drunk to enjoy the movie.
One glass would be like, okay, I really, really liked it. Mm-hmm. And no alcohol.
You're number one. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. No alcohol required.
She probably producer Christopher Nolan pitched the idea of the story for, and they hired John Snyder to direct it.
Didn't they switch off? Somebody had something happen in their family. They had to switch.
Yeah, he didn't have as much role in it as
on Justice League. Josh Whedon had to come in there somewhere.
But no,
so you missed the continuity of a director and everything when you kind of switching off who's
I'll give it. I guess I have to be drunk too, so to watch it again. So there you go. So we all
Justice
say
League.
Whole bottle.
Yep, gotta be drunk to enjoy that.
Great.
Justice League done. Move on.
All right, moving on to the next one. We'll talk about 2 Netflix TV shows. Mm-hmm. One is a movie by Will Smith, which actually caught us all by surprise that he was actually on a Netflix movie, but I guess with Dave Chappelle getting paid and Chris Rock doing big comedy
Who did he give $50 million to? We're going to give you $50 million. Make it happen.
Dave Chappelle got paid. I don't know how much it was, but it was definitely millions.
They gave a
filmmaker. He did one for New Year's.
They gave a filmmaker, the man who did Okja or something, some type of movie. They gave them $50 million to make that movie.
Really?
Netflix doesn't play. If you want to make a movie or do something,
that's why they're raising. I got an email the other day saying that my subscription is going to be raised.
Yeah, I think mine paid like $17.
Well, Bright came out last year.
$17? What the hell you got?
Streaming.
I got streaming. I only paid $9.99.
No, it's about to be $17.
What?
I don't know. Let me check my
Can
bank
you get
statement.
DVDs and stuff?
No, I don't. Let me check my bank statement.
Somebody
Maybe it's not.
you
Maybe it's $13.
Okay, 13.
Yes, Bright.
Bright was picked up by Netflix for $90 million. And it was supposed to come out in 2016, but it got pushed back to 2017. And overall, though, I actually enjoyed it. It was basically based in an alternate present-day universe with orcs, elves, centaurs, and dwarfs. It also had the basically the LAPD was mostly human, but they had their first orc in there. And Kevin and Will Smith were partners for the most of the film. And if you had a wand, if you found 3 wands, you can resurrect this evil being. I forgot his name that quick, but evil being. And if he comes back, I guess like they said, thousands of years ago, he ruled the world, and all the orcs and everybody teamed up and got rid of him. But now that people are trying to bring him back, and it was pretty cool. I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. You know, I actually watched it like 3 times. I think one time I was bored, and I just watched it the second time. But the third time I actually watched it. There's some things in it I could do more of. I like Will Smith as an actor. He always, to me, brings action to it. But it had a little training day to it, feel to it. And I kind of...
Really?
Just a tad bit. And I guess only thing I didn't like about it, I seen Training Day. And I seen Denzel do Training Day. So Will Smith trying to be the tough cop that, with the rookie, and I kind of seen that already before. But other than that, I like the elves part of it. So what you guys think?
I really enjoyed it. I love medieval fantasy type things. So like those are that's one of my favorite genres of books to read. So I was really pumped about it, and just the fact to see it in more modern day. Just to see that and how they brought everything to life. I really liked it. I did enjoy it. A lot of people, a few people that I know say they didn't like it.
It got slammed by the critics.
What did they say? Generally. Like, I mean, what bad things
it underwhelmed. Critical response. They tried to blend fantasy with hard-hitting cop drama, but it ends up failing painfully short of the mark on all 3 fronts. I thought it did well with all that.
I thought it did. They had the whole corrupt
Richard
cops
Roper
and everything in there.
Gave it 1.4 out of 4. 1.5 stars out of 4. So he basically destroyed it.
I enjoyed it.
He said it was a tired buddy cop movie dressed up in bizarre trappings. I mean, I can see the buddy cop part of it, but I like the difference. Like Stephanie said with the medieval part, I did like that. Only thing I would like is to know more. I want to know more backstory on the orcs and the elves and and the brights. Because Will Smith was a bright, and a bright is most of the people that are brights were elves. And it was rare that it was like 1 out of millions of people. For a human to be a bright. And spoiler alert, Will Smith was a bright, and I actually thought that was cool.
So but that was I'm confused about. Like the core. What is the relationship with him being a bright? Is that something we're gonna get more of, like bright part 2?
They are making a part 2.
It's just I do feel like some of the stories.
I don't know what a bright is.
They ordered a part 2. So.
A bright is a person. So if any regular person touch the wand or hold the wand.
Yeah, because it was like a big deal. You were like, don't touch it, because at one point when it was everywhere, they were like, you got to grab
something to do
glove or something like that to open it.
Only a bright can hold the wand.
Yeah, and that's what he did at the end of the movie. And that's how they left it off. I enjoyed it. It made me so sad the way they were treating the guy. Yeah. It really did.
I like what you said, how you generalized it. Okay, the elves were the Jews.
Yeah.
The humans were white people and the orcs were black people.
Did you like that? Because some people, that's one that some of the critics too, they didn't like the stereotypes.
Well, that's what it is.
It's life.
I mean, I look at it like that way too.
And I don't know what the fairies. I don't know what the fairies sound.
Fairies are dogs, animals.
In real life, that if this was real life and it was like that, it'd probably be that too. So
it'd probably be exactly like that.
Stereotypes to them, to those people.
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
But no, I definitely enjoyed it. I do feel like this story, with this movie, we got thrown into pretty much the middle of the story.
I agree.
So you feel like it's missing pieces that you...
Yeah.
That's how I felt too. I liked it, but it's a little bit more.
Yeah. Now, if it was maybe like a series, and
I would like it better.
I probably
need
would like
a
the
backstory.
I need a lot more detail, a lot more,
I'm like, well, why are we hurting this fairy?
Just backstory.
Like, I was like, why is it okay to kill this fairy?
Who shot Will Smith? Who shot him in the beginning? Did we ever figure?
I thought it was an orc.
It was an orc, but who and why and what?
I think it was just...
Yeah, who's the orc that got away?
I thought the one that shot him was just a rogue orc. Yeah.
But see, they really didn't address it.
No.
So I just feel
like
and then exactly. That's all I'm about to say. They never caught them.
I hope there's a lot more storytelling with the next movie.
Mm-hmm. But I would have liked it if So I agree. More backstory. Yeah.
So what you guys give Bright?
2 glasses. Yeah, up top. 2 glasses.
I have to go with 2. We actually went quote this one. I have to go with 2 too.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's Bright, guys. We did. Shoot, what did we do first? My bad. I'm sorry, people. No, we did Justice League.
Yep.
We did Bright. Now we're gonna do another Netflix show real quick. We're gonna do a quick hit on The Punisher, the TV series, which was very good to all of us. But
oh my gosh,
it's been a minute, so just a quick recap. Frank Castle, known throughout New York City as the Punisher, is exacting revenge on those responsible for the death of his family. He uncovers a large conspiracy beyond what was done to him and his family. What you guys think?
I definitely enjoyed it.
I didn't need any alcohol whatsoever. It was amazing. Wow,
she gave her review.
Oh my gosh, I felt for Frank Castle. He was awesome. He is Shane. He brought it out.
Walking Dead people.
Yeah, he just brought it. He brought it. Him and the doctor guy who captured him. I mean, it was so well written. Character development was good. Not the doctor. What was he? Computer doctor.
Oh. So you like them play off each other?
Yeah. And trying to build rapport. They didn't really trust each other. Yeah,
they
didn't trust each other. Yeah. They had to build that rapport to gain the trust. And then you saw how that relationship formed. It just wasn't off the bat.
Did you think it was realistic to you guys with him? He got beat up a lot, but he survived. I mean, he got shot.
He's strong. He eats really well. Anybody can do that.
Oh, okay. So you eat real well, you can live through stuff like that. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what was funny.
He got hurt, though.
What was the noise he always made?
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You know when that voice, you gonna come at me. You gonna come at me? Get out, Split. You gonna come at me? You knew when the misery. You could tell, yeah. When his voice got deeper, that's when you knew.
I enjoyed it. I definitely thought it was good. It was one of the better Netflix Marvel.
Oh my god!
So
it probably
it was rated R. I guess you could say for.
It had to be all that violence.
My only critique was I wanted more at the end, like the scene, there was the one scene at the end when he came in the house and he shot up all the bad guys. And then he got caught. And then after that, it was just...
You think it did start escalating that way?
I wanted more of that. It was just like a lot of...
You ain't get enough? You didn't get enough in the underground?
Because that's him. He didn't do a lot of that at the very end.
The underground. Remember the underground?
That's what I'm saying. But that happened like 2 episodes before the end. He didn't have a major ending.
But it's so much throughout.
I understand that. But I felt like he should have one more. Give me one more of those going into the cave in the woods or something and just start murking everybody.
Okay.
One more.
All right. You wanted it to be like a Logan at the end.
Yeah, one more. Just give me one more. That's all I wanted. Other than that, it was way better than our favorite Marvel Netflix show, the Iron Fist.
That is... What?
I thought you said that was your favorite.
Okay. Because I've never even seen Iron Fist.
I thought you said that was your favorite too. Iron Fist?
No.
I know you lying.
I will tell you that the Punisher is probably...
That is a lie.
The Punisher is probably my favorite.
Quick, rank it. Quick, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Rank them. Quick.
I don't know. So it was Daredevil 2, then Defenders, No, I mean, I really ain't seen the rest of them though. But Punisher is just, I don't know.
Luke Cage,
Punisher,
Jessica Jones.
I've never seen Luke Cage.
Jessica
I've never seen Iron
Jones.
Fist. I didn't finish
Luke
Jessica
Cage.
Jones, so they don't even count to me.
Uh,
But I feel like the Punisher with the action and the suspense and everything.
Yeah, I'll get Punisher.
I'm giving it the number one spot.
And then
Daredevil was right there though, because I mean,
Daredevil
Punisher's
won.
here, but Daredevil is right here.
They're like pushing each other.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Like-
definitely doing another Punisher. So he will be back. Frank
Mhm.
Castle will be back.
Mm-hmm.
They get beat up again and shoot people, and it's going to be crazy. But I liked it. So we both all liked it. I think Teresa already gave us her.
No
Yeah,
alcohol.
no alcohol
required.
for-
Nah.
Stephanie?
Mm-mm.
No alcohol. I did like I like Billy Russo, and I remember watching it. I was like, oh my god, he's evil.
Mm.
And I did like I almost cried at the end when when David Lieberman, when he got shot.
Yeah, Micro.
Mm-hmm.
I almost cried at the end.
I
of that.
like
Oh my
Billy
gosh.
Russo too.
When he got shot, I was just like, they can't do him like that.
Right in front of his, I was like, in front of his wife,
Yeah.
you would do
I
that
was like, they
bullshit.
can't.
I was
No,
so mad.
I was upset. But I was like, they can't do that. That's not real. They can't do that.
I like all the characters, especially like Amber
Mhm.
Rose Riva. Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers now.
Oh, the
The
DHS
the-
agent.
Madani.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers now. So moving on,
Mhm.
For her acting skills or her looks?
her acting skills was off the charts.
She got some pretty lips. Okay. Yeah, pretty
Um,
mouth.
But yeah, it was good. Other than that, I liked it. I didn't need no alcohol either. So definitely probably number one now as far as Netflix Marvel TV show.
Yes, I agree.
So sorry, Iron Fist, you stay at the bottom.
Mm.
All right, moving on to the main event, the music that you guys been listening to, that Stephanie's been playing throughout this podcast, has been from Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Well, I'm not sure if that's where the music came from, but it's definitely Star Wars.
Star Wars Last Jedi. That's what I've been playing. I don't know if you can still hear it.
But we're going to do a little bit more detailed review on Star Wars. We won't talk about who fell asleep doing Star Wars, but we're going to do a little
I'll
recap
see what I can do.
doing Star Wars and just talk about overall what we think about it. If everybody that saw, I guess, Force Awakens, this movie started off like directly after. It didn't miss a beat. It wasn't like a year later or a month later. It was pretty much, I guess you could say, maybe a couple hours later, I would say, that it started right off. And definitely a lot of fight scenes, chase scenes, the normal Star Wars stuff that everyone likes, lightsaber scenes. What you guys think overall?
I like what I saw.
Teresa liked what she saw. All right, we're going to Stephanie then.
Yeah.
Stephanie saw the meme 3 times, so she should be
Yeah,
able
you
to
know it.
give us a nice
Yeah.
in-depth recap of it.
Well, recap. Mm-hmm. I honestly still don't know where it stands with me.
Mm. After seeing it 3 times?
Mm-hmm.
That means something.
Overall, what you thought of just the film itself, as a
I thought it was a good movie.
like, if you saw it without knowing anything, would you like it? Would you be
I probably
engaged?
would. Yeah, I definitely would be engaged.
Mhm.
I'm still torn between it. You know, the first time I watched it, I was just so pumped. Like, I had so many questions. I had it. It was set in my mind that Rey was gonna switch to the dark side, and I fucking hated her.
Mhm.
And when I went out to bar to buy a shirt for that day, I didn't want a shirt with her picture or nothing associated with her on it. Like, I was so mad. So the fact that she didn't turn to the dark side, I was like, okay.
Mhm.
I still love Kylo Ren. My heart still goes out to him.
Would you get a shirt with him?
Oh yeah,
Kylo Ren?
I do have a shirt with Kylo Ren. I got a shirt with Kylo.
But he's dark.
I got the
I got
Kylo
a
Ren.
shirt with Kylo Ren too.
I got the
Okay.
shirt with Kylo Ren in an 11.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
I have that. But
What did you think of Finn and the Rose characters scenes with them two? Did you think Finn got lost like some people did in the movie?
I didn't get enough of Finn. I wanted more of Finn. I
It
really
wasn't to
like
me
Finn.
the same as Force Awakens Finn.
Mm-mm.
He was still Finn, but it just wasn't.
I feel like they didn't get enough. I feel like
He
they
felt
kind
more
of like
secondary.
paired him up with Rose. I like Rose as a character. I just didn't like. I didn't like her in her role in this. Well, no, her storyline in this movie.
Yeah.
That was the sister.
No, yeah,
That
I liked
was-
her as a sister,
her
but them
older
going
sister
to
died,
At the very
first
beginning.
scene,
I saw that.
Yeah, with them going to Cantu Bite, to me, that was the worst scene of the whole entire movie. Like, it was so unnecessary. But
I think that's what...
I wanted to see Lando. It would have been better if Lando was there. If Lando Calrissian was at that scene, I would have been more... It would have been more pumped to see him. At least, even if he walked past, like, hey, guys, and kept on walking, everybody would have went crazy.
But wait a minute. The reason that they went to that planet was so that they could find somebody who
they
need a master code breaker.
Everybody thought that the rumors were it was going to be Lando. So even if it wasn't Lando, it still would have been cool just to have him in there, just
like walking past.
Yeah, just like bump into him, turn around, look at him, like what you doing, and then walk. It was just that one scene would have been crazy. That would have made that scene better.
Yeah.
But other than that, like Stephanie said, I didn't really care for it either. I mean,
because they brought back Benicio del Toro.
The
but he didn't even. He turned on him, right?
Yeah.
Well, but you know what? So here's my thing, and a lot of people saying they didn't like the movie because it moved away from the storyline of Star Wars. But I'm like, come on, y'all. I mean, we can't keep going right in the same circle.
They're trying to get away from the bloodline of the Skywalker.
Right,
and I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with where the story is going. Mm-hmm. A lot of people just
technically this thing didn't start with the Skywalker bloodline anyway. There was Jedi before all the Skywalkers even came. So there was plenty of stories before they came. They just been around for a minute.
Yeah, to me, so a lot of people are really pissed off at Ryan because of the fact that they really didn't ask any questions. You didn't pick up where J.J. Abrams left off at, and you kind of did whatever you wanted to do. Here's my thought with this. This is $1 billion product. Probably more than $1 billion. And you really think that Disney didn't have any clue or any hand of like your thought process with making this movie? Mm-hmm. You really thought that Disney let you just do it whatever the hell you want? Like, come on. Mm-hmm. I really feel like JJ and Ryan, they sat down and were like, all right, this is where I left off at. And Ryan was like, okay, well, I kind of have this idea, this thought right here. And then they kind of played, worked together.
JJ produced this, so he still has some...
Right, and that's what irritates me with a lot of reviews and podcasts that I've listened to, that everybody is so mad because he didn't follow the script. He did whatever he wanted to do. No, the hell he didn't. Mm-hmm. You really... And another way to think about this is, for the Han Solo movie, the two guys that were directing the movie don't know what they were doing, but Disney came in and fired them pretty much at the end of making that movie. Andy
Ron Howard.
Yeah, they put him on at the movie. I mean, everybody.
For Solo?
Yeah, for Solo. All the characters, all the actors was coming back to executive producer was like, I'm not liking this. I don't see his vision. I don't agree with this. Mm-hmm. And then the executive came in and was like, let me see what you got going on. Mm-hmm. They show the director showed the executive what they had planned, and pretty much they was finished filming. Mm-hmm. And the executive was like, no, this is garbage. This is bullshit. You're fired.
Oh, wow.
And they brought in Ron Howard. And he pretty much had to start all over.
Solo comes out in May for you people.
Yeah, and see, but that's my thing. You really think that they did all of that, and they just like turn a blind eye? Ryan, they had that much confidence and faith in Ryan Johnson to be like, all right, do whatever you want to do. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people just didn't get. I don't know. They just didn't get their feel or whatever, and then they also feel as if they didn't like the way Luke wasn't this way back in the movies. That was 30-some years ago.
Older Luke, so yeah, I get
that was 30-some years. He had so much time to grow.
He was funny.
I
like him. He's sarcastic and stuff.
Right.
He's an older man.
Like, you really want him to still come back and be the same way? No, we want a person to
evolve. You want somebody to,
right.
No, you're right.
And then
shoot. Wait a minute. Star Wars was out 40 years ago. Yes, he's going to change. The first Star Wars was like 77.
I had no issues.
Yeah, something like that. That's like 40 years ago.
I only saw the movie one time, but I still remember it. And I had no issues with Luke Skywalker and how he passed. Spoiler alert! How he passed away. So,
I
had no issue with that. I had no issue with him not being Mr. Run around cutting up people.
He's
whatever.
19.
I'm fine with that. I didn't want him to look like Yoda doing that.
Yeah, and that all would have been CGI. Yeah,
to me, one of the hardest scenes in that movie was when he was standing and they had the walkers in front of him.
The gorilla walkers.
And they were standing there, and it was just a shot of him behind him with the cape moving, and they were just standing there looking at him, and it was all white in the background. He had the all black. That was one of the hardest scenes right there, that one picture. And
really? That was yours?
I got goosebumps just looking. I was like, I need a poster of that. That
I have to
scene.
tell you, I have to share my my scene. Teresa, what's your favorite scene? Teresa was asleep during the movie.
I liked when Finn was going towards the machine, and then Rose got him out.
Oh yeah, when he tried to escape.
Yeah.
No. When he kissed him. Did you see the kiss?
Yeah, saw that too. Because that happened after she saved him.
I think she's making it.
Yeah, I think she's making it.
She's just going off of what
you're doing a good job.
You're
doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I always like to say overall I very much enjoyed the movie. It's in my top. You know, we ain't gone to the top 5 movies or 10, whatever, but it's in my top 10. And like I said, just the visual effects of the movie was great.
Mm-hmm. My favorite scene was the battle scene between Kylo Ren. It was Kylo Ren and Rey against the
weird looking dude. Was it this the dude?
Yeah,
this
Imperial Guard. I mean.
Yeah. Well, I like the. What is that?
The dude that with the funny head.
But what is? I don't.
This is his head is funny.
His
head is funny looking.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
I saw that
when
scene.
They fought the Imperial Guard.
Yeah, like
they were like a team. I saw that. Okay.
Yeah, to me that was the hardest scene for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had two scenes in the whole entire movie.
That was a good scene for me too.
But yeah, so just how all of that played out, how Snoke was just like, he's talking, saying that, you can't turn Kylo Ren against me. I'm in his head.
I know him. He's mine.
I know him and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he kills Snoke. I did hear on a couple different podcasts that that wasn't Snoke's true form, so he possibly could still be alive.
No. Kill.
I kind of hope not.
Darth Maul is still alive. Well,
I kind of hope not. I kind of want Kylo to be in charge because he's the first. Unlike Vader, his grandfather, he's actually in charge. Vader wasn't in charge because he always had someone over him.
He had the order.
And that was the council. That's the thing. That's the thing with me too. Is that I want Kylo. So the next movie, he's gonna have to have some type of redemption. That's just my personal preference. He's gonna have to, and I think the next movie is gonna be between him and Hux, and it's gonna be that battle right there between them two. But I feel like Kylo, he's so. I don't know I can't think of the right word for it, but Kylo, he's not fit to be.
He's so
a
complex.
leader.
His character is very complex, and I like that about him. So that's why I'm glad if he becomes they make him the leader. His characteristics, his story arc can go anywhere. Like you said, he can take all that Imperial stuff and turn it for good if he wanted to. Mm-hmm. Who's going to say no?
Yeah.
So, but I'm not saying he would do that. I'm just saying he could. You don't know exactly which, like you said, which way he might flip one day.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Kylo that I really like about Kylo. I just love how he's just so confused and just so emotional and so vulnerable and so aggressive and just he's a killer.
I think the part that helps him though is the fact that he knows that he's reached a point where his grandfather never reached.
Okay.
And he finally passed his grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not in the Force sense and power. I'm not saying he's more powerful than Darth Vader, but on the ranking level of running stuff, he's past his grandfather. He is now the ruler of pretty much everything. Not saying other people won't listen to him, but he has the power to make them listen now. Mm-hmm. Not only in the Force, but in the backup of the army. He runs it. He don't have to wait for Palpatine or Snoop to tell him what to do. He can do whatever he wants, and he can kill Hux anytime he feels like it. If he don't really and just say, "You be the new Hux." Mm-hmm. My name's not Hux.
I think he needs to.
Your name's Hux now.
Yeah, I think you're right. He definitely needs Hux. He to keep him balanced.
He needs that.
Yeah.
But Hux needs to be careful but I can see what you're saying. I can see Hux in the next movie trying to take him out, maybe trying to plot.
Yeah.
And
I didn't like how they carried Hux in the beginning of the movie.
Is Hux the redhead guy?
Yeah.
It's like, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really didn't like that scene at all.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was stupid. I mean, not necessarily stupid. I just thought it was I didn't like. Maybe it was somebody else that would have been fine, but not Hux. Only reason why, because Hux in the last movie, he was he was well respected.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't respect him at all.
No,
with
but
that.
everybody
But I'm talking about everybody else. Everybody
Even
respected.
Snook respected him. He was.
And going on to in this movie right here with them playing him, and then also he looked less confident than he did in the last movie. That's one thing I really didn't like about Huck. So, I mean, maybe because of the failure of the last movie, but that really wasn't Huck's fault. That was just Kylo's fault.
Yeah. The only major thing I didn't like about this movie, I mean, okay.
That's the chair.
That's the chair. Little points, like you said, the Finn part, I wish it was more for Finn. I felt like he went from almost an A character to maybe a B, almost a C character in this movie. And I didn't like what happened with the chase scene. It was like it took almost the whole movie. They was running away from the Empire, basically. It's just like the whole movie they were escaping, taking off a little ship here and there. Now I get it. They couldn't go to light speed, and if they, every time they went light speed, the Empire found them, and they just wanted to wait for them to. You
feel like more stories should have been.
I just felt like it took forever. Like really, the Imperial could just. You really could just blew all of them people out if you really wanted. They could have been over that quick.
Not necessarily. But no, you got to remember is that they told them to go full speed ahead because to get out of range of the Imperial ships. So that's why they was always like that so close to them.
I mean, I guess maybe I listened to another review and they made a point. I thought it might be a good point. Then why did somebody come from the other end?
I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. Somebody could have went light speed to come in front of them and come back. Yes,
you could have figured out, well, there's a planet there, so maybe they can go to that planet. Let's go to that planet and then come back in. No. And then you could have took them out from the front. Game over. I'm not saying we would have won that. I do
agree with you on that.
But it's like, really? You have more... That's the only thing. Other than that, I just thought it was that took forever. Now, I do like Poe. I'm glad to see Poe, his role being elevated. I think with the untimely death of Leia, and the real Leia, in real life, I know me and Steph had talked about that she's probably going to...
send her off somewhere.
Send her off. I can see the next film being like a couple years have gone past, and she's already passed. Mm-hmm. And then Poe... You can see it would start off with Poe already in charge. He's already running the show. And you might see like a memorial of Leia somewhere and real quick. And then, they'll talk about it throughout the movie, but it would just be a memorial real quick in the beginning so you realize, oh, she already passed. So instead of, because, I mean, other than that, like I could get it. Some people say the same thing. You don't want to see her die again. Yeah. So it's like, why would you put us through that? That's a good point. It's just like, why fill her in the movie? Just we already know she's going to die, so just do it off screen and just say she passed away natural causes, and that's it. And then Poe runs it.
No, well, yeah. And that was something else I kind of didn't like how you set that the precedent with Poe. You have him included and have him involved with all the decision making and stuff like that. Everybody on that ship, or probably that's involved with the rebels, know who Poe is. But then when
Laura Dorn's character popped up,
General, what's her name? Hondo, whatever her name is, how she just didn't tell him what was going on. It was just like, and then all of a sudden everybody on the ship was like,
Vice Admiral Amina Hondo.
Yeah. So
Laura Dern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Did you like her character?
I did like her character. I did like her character.
It was real small, but did she make an impact?
She did. I now if
she called out Poe because.
But she with light spree. I'm sorry. Go on.
I liked it because she called out Poe. Like, you just killed people. You just killed people in this last, when Rosa's sister died and stuff, because Poe had something to do with that. Right. But she called him out about that.
No, and I agree with her on that. But still, he is a part of the decision factor in Leia's eyes. She that's one of her confidants. So for Leia to be in a coma or being wherever she is, and it seemed like everybody totally forget that, nobody, wants to include Poe in and stuff like that. That's what I mean. That's what I kind of had a problem with. And then I also didn't like how he tried to do the mutiny thing.
Yeah.
And
it kind of was pointless. I mean, only thing that helped was it got Finn off the ship. and he got Finn to do what he did, which I guess
No, Finn was already off the ship.
But I saw, oh, that's right, he was. But he helped him out when he was gone, right?
Yeah, they was getting ready to do something, and he didn't want them to leave because he was saying Finn is there. Finn is gonna.
They need Finn to do this.
To do this right here. He was trying to give Finn more time. So, and one thing, and the very first time I watched it, when they pulled those stunners out on them and they was doing a mutiny, they was like, if they move, go on and stun them. In my mind, if you already pulled this shit, go on and stun them anyway to go on and knock them out. As soon as he said that and they didn't stun him, I was like, yep, something's gonna happen. Yep, they're gonna something's gonna happen. Yeah. But he got stunned, and then when he woke up on the ship going off to planet Crate, whatever it's called, the salt planet. And he had a little conversation with Princess Leia. It seemed like I understand the whole entire movie. They've been trying to like build him up to get him to understand, not to shoot first and ask questions later, but to be more of a leader perspective. I understand that build up in the movie, but I didn't like how as soon as he had this one conversation with Princess Leia, all of a sudden everything just clicked in his mind. He just started to think as a leader instead of a hero type thing. I kind of really didn't like that. I feel like a little bit more build up to that would have been okay. My favorite scene was when Lieutenant Holdo, she did light speed through. Yeah,
that scene was hard.
That's probably
especially with the sound effects.
That's probably one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
The sound effects, how it got real
it's
silent.
It's in my top 5.
And then just went. Yeah, that was a good scene too. I forgot all about the scene. That's why I got to see it again. I'm sorry.
I got a phone call.
So, the lightsaber scenes. I know Luke had one almost at the end. Did you see that? Teresa, did you see that?
I saw the end. I saw the battle between Luke and
Kyle.
Yes.
Okay, so you saw when they all were shooting them? They all were shooting them. It was like just...
And he was just going through it. And then when Kyle thought that he got him and he saw something
splat on the ground. Yeah, because even Huck had to tell him to stop. Like, they were shooting so much. And I didn't know what was going on. I saw it maybe he was doing lightsaber blocking, but I was like, that would be crazy.
I was just like, what is he using the Force to? But then
when you realized it was a hologram, then I was like,
I didn't even know it was a hologram until that was good. That was one of my favorite scenes that I saw.
When they realized it was a hologram, or like he was using the Force as a hologram, then I was like, okay, that's how he gets shot up like that.
Yeah.
So, but
that was slick.
But then a lot of people was like, well, his hair was darker, and he had the blue lightsaber, which technically. Ray had.
They had just destroyed it.
Yeah, so I didn't even think about that at first, and then after I read about it, I was like, So
there were signs.
He forced himself to look a little bit younger with with haircut, basically.
Well, what I think is he forced himself to look the way the last time that you seen him.
Okay.
So these are all clues. You haven't seen Luke in all of these years, and he looks exactly the same. Yeah. He hasn't aged a bit.
And he came down and he gave Leia something. Did he give her the necklace?
The
dice from Han. And I was like, when I found out he was a hologram, he can actually pick up stuff and give it to his.
Well, it disappeared at the end.
Oh yeah, when
Kylo Ren went in, it disappeared in his hand. It disappeared. But yeah, that was my favorite scene. It was something else I wanted to discuss. DJ, the person that betrayed him.
Oh yeah.
I actually liked him.
Yeah, I mean, I like him in all the movies he really does.
Yeah, I liked him.
I like the little stutter he had because it made him look a little not Mr. Perfect or whatever.
And he said it. He didn't say these exact words, but paraphrase. He said something about like, don't judge a book by its cover. So I like that. And I guess if you really want to compare this trilogy to the last trilogy, Lando betrayed Han and Princess Leia. DJ portrayed Rose and whatchamacallit.
This movie was definitely more Return of the Jedi than it was Empire Strikes Back. Like, that's how to me.
You think it was Return of the Jedi?
More Return, not 100%. But a lot of people, a lot of people saw Force Awakens was just Star Wars New Hope. So this one, they was like, well, this is going to be Empire Strikes Back. It had a little bit, but not a lot. It wasn't, to me, it was more Return of the Jedi, if anything. Which is good because, like you said, the next film it's going to be totally different. Hopefully, I mean, not 100% different, but it's going to be way more different than any of these last two were. And I'm fine with that because I don't want to watch the same thing over again.
I don't want to either, and I just feel like people. I don't know what people expect. You're not gonna please everybody, so I mean. I
do want to see Luke come back as the ghost, as like Yoda and all them. I wouldn't mind seeing that. In my mind, that has to happen. I do want to see them do something good for Leia, Princess Leia, how she passed. I do want to see more Finn. I think he's a good character for this franchise, and I would like to see him have a bigger role. I don't know if he's still force sensitive. We still don't know 100%. Is he? Is he not? I don't know. Did he have an awakening in the very first movie? Or was that awakening just Rey? I mean, because technically, you remember Finn, I think Kylo Ren looked at him when he was in the Stormtrooper uniform like something was up. Was that the Force?
Mm-hmm. Does he have I agree with you on that. I've always thought that.
Does he? Because he might have it there, but no one's focusing on him like that. And he don't even think about it. But Rey is. So I wouldn't mind if they did that. I mean, some people will probably be mad about it, and we all know why. But I wouldn't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with it either, though. I think I kind of ever since then I kind of wanted something like that to happen. I want Finn to be a little bit more.
Even if he's not stronger than her, but even if it's something like I'll train you, like Leia, brother sister type thing. Because that's why they don't get romantic involved. I can see that. They're not, he hooks up with Rose because that's. Whatever.
No, I don't think he's going to hook up with Rose.
I don't think he's going to hook up with
to
Rey
me,
either.
I think that was just more of... I don't think he's going to hook up with Rey. I think him and Rey is just going to be like friends. Like sister and brother type. But that's the sister and brother
and role. That's where I can see the Force coming in and she can see it in him and she can start like working with him like throughout the movie or towards the end. Even if it's towards the end and you realize he has it and it ends with that, I'm fine with that. Because I'm not saying the whole movie needs to be him. Because to me... I don't want to really see him run around with lightsaber the whole entire movie. But even if you give him something at the end and he realizes he has it, that's better. It might be kind of cheesy if he starts the movie off.
Well, Ron Johnson is supposed to be writing a separate trilogy. They're supposed to be finalizing the Skywalker
trilogy
storyline.
Yeah.
And Ron Johnson is supposed to be creating a new thing. So that could be. Something.
Well, you gotta fit Rey in somehow. You can't do a whole new Star Wars and not have the strongest of the Jedi.
She could be a teacher. She could be.
But that's what I'm saying. She has to be in it somewhere.
Well, I'm pretty sure she would be. She won't be a main. She won't be a primary character.
Yeah, because I don't think if I might be wrong about this, I gotta look it up. But if I remember correctly, she doesn't want to do this role anymore after the next one.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
And I can understand that though, because this is like Luke, like with Mark Hamill. This was it for him. He didn't really do. What other Mark Hamill movies have you seen Mark Hamill in? He did voiceover work. Yeah. Voiceover work, yeah. But he can't. People not. Every time you think of him, he's typecast. He's Luke.
Well, he does a lot of voice.
But that's what I'm saying. But film, what movies is? You can't take him seriously. I guess Hollywood can't because he's Luke. It's hard to portray him as something else, and that just tells you how iconic that character is. Because Logan, what's the guy that plays Logan?
Like Logan?
Wolverine.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
He's not technically typecast.
He's not because he's done other things in between.
That's his movie, though.
Yeah, if you say Hugh Jackman, I'm going to say that's Wolverine.
Exactly. He makes more money off of Wolverine than anything else he does. He just did the movie that came out with the circus, the show.
I know
But I heard it was actually a good movie.
Big show.
But if I go watch it, I'm still mentally that's Wolverine to me.
Right. No, I don't see him as Wolverine.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
In a role like that, I don't.
Okay. Well, then that means he did it. That he acted his ass off in that movie.
Yeah, I know. Even for the commercials, I don't see him because he's laughing and smiling and being joyful a lot.
And that's not really
Wolverine. So yeah, I don't see him as.
All right, so let's go back to Star Wars because we got some other things to talk about real quick. Overall, we all enjoyed it, even Teresa for the 5 minutes she saw.
Yeah, I know what.
So
I did have for my little notes. I didn't take a lot of notes because the man behind me, he knew he couldn't see my damn phone, but he asked me to put my phone down, so he knew good as well.
You had the bright light on?
I didn't have a bright light on, but he was an a-hole anyway. But there was just a couple other things I really just I couldn't get with. I didn't understand how was Hutz able to put the tracker on the rebellious ship of when they went into Lightspeed to be able to track them. That I did not get. Where did that come from?
I mean,
all he just said, hey, they could go wherever they want. We'll be able to find them. Who cares? But I didn't get that, and I didn't like how they blew up all the bombers. So the multiple
you didn't like it?
No.
Why? Because you didn't want people to die, or
it didn't make sense to me. You have these ships. It was a domino effect.
Oh,
I've seen this movie 3 times, and each time I had to sit there like, okay, let me see if I can catch
oh,
that.
you say it was an easier way for them a better strategic way to do what they did?
Yeah, it was just like in reading the script, it was like, okay, the bomber ship's gonna blow up. How are we gonna do this right here? And because on the show you had each ship side by side, a TIE fighter or something
will come out of nowhere and shoot them.
It comes out of nowhere. It's exploding, and parts of the ship hits one of the bomber ships, and then it just started falling over. Domino. It was just a domino effect. I didn't like that.
You thought it was too I can see it happening.
Too
but it was
orchestrated.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but all right, but yeah, I'm done with it.
All right, so Teresa, since you saw most of it, what is your review of it?
It was great. No alcohol required.
I needed 2 whole bottles to get through it.
You're lying to somebody.
Thought you were going to say a line, SOB. No. I really did like it. It is in my top 5. It is in my top 5. Which order, where does it rank? I don't know.
It's in my top 5 too, Star Wars. I needed no alcohol for it.
It's not in my top 5.
I still got Return of the Jedi.
I don't even remember it.
Return of the Jedi is my number 1. Empire is number 2. This might be number 3. I think I liked it better. I definitely liked it better than Force Awakens, even though I didn't see it as much. And for all you people that don't like this movie, I liked. It was actually Alarms to say 6 o'clock.
Oh,
I actually liked this Revenge of the Sith. That is my 4th movie. I think Force Awakens was number 5. I liked the Revenge of the Sith because I liked how it played. It finally showed Darth Vader's dark side, how he switched over. I know there's a lot of undertones to the movie that suck, but the overall movie, I enjoyed it. It's a very long movie, and this movie was a little bit longer. So
this one was the longest of all of
that.
movies.
That was the longest up to that.
How long was it? It was like 2.5 hours.
Revenge of the Sith was the second longest, so it's very long. Trust me, I cannot watch it repeatedly. But once you get past all the beginning dumb stuff.
What are you talking about? Revenge of the Sith?
Yes.
Revenge of the Sith, it is in my top 5.
Once you get past the dumb stuff and you get to him actually realizing that the Jedi were messing with him, or he thought he was, and Palpatine talked to him, it's game over from that. For everything from him going dark,
I agree with you.
That
totally
movie
agree with you.
is off the charts after that. The beginning part, I get it. It's a lot of... but the opening scene was off the hook too, though. The spaceship scene, when they were fighting... the first scene when they were coming down with spaceship was him and Obi-Wan, and they were both in their own little ships, and they had to go fight Grievous, and that whole scene was tight. But after that, it's a lot of little dull moments. But once it got to him going dark and Palpatine, them two sitting in that watching that stage, and he was talking about Palpatine was talking about there was a old Sith that used to bring people back to life.
Yeah, they did. That wasn't General Grievous though, but okay, I'm sorry.
General Grievous wasn't on that ship?
He was on the ship, but they didn't start at the beginning of the movie. Didn't start out that way.
It started off with them shooting him. No, they started off on the spaceship.
Yeah, fighting.
But they landed on his ship. He was on that ship, and he crashed the ship.
Oh,
because they killed Darth Dooku.
Dooku, that's who they went.
But he was on that too.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
No problem. I'm sorry. But yeah, that movie, I actually might move it up a couple ranks now. Think about it. I just loved watching Darth Vader go dark. You always wanted to see it. You finally saw it, and I saw Hayden Christensen play the hell out of the role. I know a lot of people don't like him. He's typecast.
Who?
Hayden Christensen. He can't do nothing else. He tried to do Taken with T.I. and Chris Brown. He tried to do the other movie where
he's typecast because nobody think he can act.
That's what exactly. But he tried to do the movie where he was zapping in and out of places different. It had Samuel Jackson in it. I forgot the name of it. You remember?
Not Looper.
Looper. It was Looper.
He wasn't Looper. He was like a friend. He was a primary character.
He was the main character in Looper.
He wasn't the main character in Looper.
I'm thinking of something else. Looper
was your guy who.
Oh, not Looper.
Joseph
Yeah. Not Looper.
That's your trigger.
It is.
Not Looper. I get it.
I know. I forgot the name.
But you know
it's
what
like
I'm talking
time we poofing in and out. I know you're talking about that.
I like that movie too.
I enjoyed it too.
What about? What movie?
He poof in, he poof out.
Poofing?
He poof out. He poof in the bank, he take money, he poof out.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, poof in, poof out.
But,
That's what it's called, PNP.
Anyway, he had been typecast. He said mainly because a lot of people think he can act. I thought he could act. I like that movie. But anyway, we dragged on. So nobody needed any alcohol. We good.
I think I was alright.
And you just saw it 3 times.
I needed a blanket.
Like about to see it 4.
I needed a blanket in the
You
pillow.
had too much liquid refreshment before we got there.
Jumper. It was Jumper.
Yes.
Also known as
Jumper was a good movie.
Poof in, poof out.
I like Jumper. I didn't really care for him in Taken. I mean, Taken was okay, but I didn't
he had a small role in Taken.
But he's typecast because he can't act and because now he's Darth Vader. So it's like double negative because you can't. How many times can you play Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Some people thought he would be in this movie though. They said they were gonna bring the old him back.
His hologram.
His hologram back.
His ghost form. Jedi.
And they were hoping everybody's gonna be mad if they did, and I get it because they don't like him.
You just let it go. I do want him to be in more stuff though.
I think that's probably why they didn't have him back
because the fans would have been pissed.
To them, I think it would be like bringing Jar Jar Binks back.
A lot of people, what I've read is the fans didn't really mind him as Darth Vader. They didn't like when they changed him in New Hope. When they redid New Hope, and they changed him at the end from the original actor to Hayden, people got pissed.
Yeah,
they didn't mind him as Darth Vader because that's the trilogy, the beginning.
Yeah,
but then you took a classic film and took out the one guy and added him.
Yeah,
I know why George Lucas did it though, because that's technically he wanted the one that passed away, but you could have kept. Yoda, he could have kept it like it was.
Yeah, he didn't even need to mess with it. I don't know why.
Could have changed it or kept it like it was?
He could have kept it like it was, but he also could have had.
You get why he would have picked Hayden? I mean, why wouldn't you keep the guy that originally played that died?
Okay, we're saying the same thing. I'm sorry. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
He died like that, so that's how I looked at it too. That's who. He comes back the way he died, right? That's how I thought. Because that's how Ben Solo came back. He didn't come back in. Well, they didn't. Of course, it was
Ben Solo ain't dead.
I'm not Ben Solo. Obi-Wan Kenobi came back as the original old. So, all right. So we're done with this. Everybody, Star Wars. We all agree was a great movie. It's in our top. I don't know, some of our top 10. But then we're going to go into our top 10 movies of the year. We're going to start with Teresa since she didn't have a lot to say with Star Wars.
I know.
She can start with her top 10.
All right, my top 10.
2017.
2017. It, Split, Get Out, Thor Ragnarok, Logan, Wonder Woman, Baby Driver, Girls Trip, Booty Hole, Wind River, and Hidden Figures.
All right, can you give us a little recap on why you picked some of those, not each one?
It was amazing. It was so good. That was one of my favorite horror movies this entire year. Split was great. John McAvoy playing all the different characters. M. Night Shyamalan is back. He got some good stuff going on. Shyamalan. Get Out was amazing with Jordan Peele. It is something when you see a director also the writer, they know what they're doing. So when they're directing, they're not losing anything that the writer wanted to do. Thor Ragnarok was hilarious. Logan, that was an awesome ass way to go out with a bang. Hi. He had to fight his younger twin. And he has a daughter who only speaks Espanol, senor. And then with Wonder Woman, she's like, I don't know these things. What is love? What is all of this? And she's learning everything. And Baby Driver, all the music and just driving to the music, walking down the street with the music. Oh my gosh, please watch it. Oh my gosh, Baby Driver was so good. Girls Trip. I love black women getting together and finding themselves and going to New Orleans and drinking and peeing on people in public. And I like Wind River. And Grapefruit, yeah. I like Wind River. Talking about a town on the Indian reservation-ish, and they got to call the FBI in to see what happened with this murder. The Punisher's in it. I was surprised when I saw him. I didn't think he was in this movie. But it's actually two Avengers.
Shane was in the movie?
He's in that movie. Yep. It's really two Avengers. It is the Scarlet Witch. Is that her name in the Avengers? And Arrow.
Really?
Yeah. So those are the main people, and it was a very well written movie. It was very good. And then Hidden Figures. I didn't know about the women at NASA and just the trials that they had to go through. So those were my top 10 for 2017.
All right. Well, actually trying to figure out mine right now, but I'm going to start with Star Wars, Last Jedi, since we did it, as you already know. I thought it was a great movie overall, for everything going on. My next one will be Wonder Woman. I didn't see it when it came out, so I watched it later, so it took me a minute, but I saw it was a good movie. The story plot was good, the background story was good, and I just thought overall Wonder Woman, compared to all the other and that's what I guess I'm comparing it to, the DC movies, it was a great movie. So, and then Logan, I like Logan. Yeah. I saw Logan was a great movie. I liked how he went out at the end. I'm still picking some movies. I'm just going to say I did like Alien Covenant.
Really? That came out last year?
Yep. I liked
we saw it together.
But I didn't remember. I remember going to see it, but I don't remember it
did
being
terrible
last year.
in the movie in the movies, but I'm a big Alien fan, and
that was cool.
I actually saw it. It was good. I saw the plot was good. I liked where they was going with it. I want to see more. I like the science fiction part of it. I want to know how he creates these things and make these things.
What movie was it?
Alien Covenant.
And I guess my last movie would be, it's probably not my top 5, but I'm just going to throw it out there because I can't find it. I'm going to say I like Spider-Man Homecoming.
That was cool.
That was cool.
So I did like Spider-Man Homecoming. I saw the kid did great. He played the role real well.
I like Michael Keaton.
I like Michael Keaton. I like how
because I was actually on his side.
Yeah, I get it, and I like how he wasn't a real evil villain, but you
understood why.
Yeah, so that's my top 5.
I understand. That's good. What about yours?
Oh God, I don't know. My top 5 is not it.
Not it. Not literally it.
You ain't even see it.
You really didn't.
You ain't see them.
Okay, Star Wars, Wonder Woman, Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I love the Pirates of the Caribbean
so
story.
You already a fan of the storyline.
Yeah. Girl Trip. I'm gonna throw Logan in there. I did enjoy Logan. Yes, I did.
So you good on Logan?
I liked Atomic Blonde.
I enjoyed that.
I did not see that, but
I did. I enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, that book I sent you the other day. Remember I told you about the girl? I read somewhere. I think Atomic Blonde was pretty much the movie form of that book.
I got you.
Sorry. Derail a little bit. Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
What?
Yes. I liked that movie.
Really?
I did. What else? That's all that I can really
Stay woke. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
This one Get Out.
You gotta give us one more.
I did like Get Out, but I'm not gonna put it in my top 3. I'm not. I'm gonna be a little hard-headed, be a little difficult. And I don't know. I can't think of nothing else.
No black movies on there?
John Wick 2.
Okay.
Can't forget my John Wick. Can't forget my John Wick.
We will list these 2 on our website or later. Now, what about top 5 TV shows?
Stranger Things, This Is Us, Blackish, Punisher.
Oh, that was quick.
That's 4, but that's all I watch.
I'm going to have to go with Stranger Things 2. I guess, yes, I will go with The Punisher. I'm going to go...
These are things I
will admit, I do watch This Is Us. So, I wasn't even thinking about This Is Us. You said it, though. But, yeah, I'm going to have to go with This Is Us.
It's only a few TV shows that I watch weekly.
This Is Us.
Please watch.
No, This Is Us
It's
is
well
a good
written.
show.
It's a very well written show.
Shoot, two more.
I know I had to have one more, but I don't know what.
Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm putting because it was last year.
Yeah.
So that's 4. And
yeah, I agree. GOT.
I
can't even say Walking Dead. I don't like it that much anymore. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't even put it in my top. I actually just put it in the background.
I have to say, yeah, Preacher.
I didn't watch the second season.
Oh, that is on my list. I do have to watch that.
Preacher.
I still have to get to the second season. I haven't watched it yet.
Stranger Things 2, The Punisher, 13 Reasons Why.
That was good.
That
was good. It's long. It's a slow burn.
I think I started The Walking Dead this year.
Okay.
I think I did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What's up?
I gotta take Preacher off and slide in Dragon Ball Z Super. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, but I gotta do that in there real quick. Dragon Ball Z.
It's okay. We won't judge you. I can't think of any other top fives.
I said it's not a whole lot of.
Insecure. Did y'all watch that?
Oh yeah, Insecure, and
Power.
I started Power.
I do watch Power. Yeah, that's a top.
Power, yeah.
I forgot about it because
I forgot about it too, but I did remember
Yeah.
Insecure though. Because I started watching it this year for the first time. And it was good.
I enjoyed
It's
Power
not-
and Insecure.
It's not what you guys think for guys. It is not what you think. It's a good show.
I enjoy it.
Okay, so we got that in place. So we will recap, I guess, those on our email, our Gmail, which is
Same script, different cast. So ssdc@gmail.com.
Podcast@gmail.com.
and we will try to get back to you guys.
Oh yeah, podcast. She's right.
We will try to get back to you guys in about 2 weeks.
Yep.
Like we will try to get it on the schedule like we did before.
Yeah,
want
we
you guys to
fell
miss
off
us.
with the holiday and stuff. So
Yeah.
maybe we get back. We get back to our
Again, I
normal
blame
routine.
Teresa and stuff.
Man,
Put
get
that
out
out
of
there
here.
for them.
I wasn't even in town in any of December or November.
Anything,
Okay.
Teresa, you have to say before we close out?
It's all good. I'm looking forward to 2018 with these movies. Let's do this.
Yep, we got Black Panther coming out in February.
Already got our tickets.
Yep.
Yeah, I have my ticket too.
Yeah, me too.
For Black Panther. Something else comes out soon too. So Den of Thieves came out today.
It came out today.
I think I really
Who does?
Den of Thieves.
That might be.
I don't know
Maybe
that.
just
I
we
don't know
can do
what
it. We can review that next time. A quick recap.
I
I'm
know
gonna go
what
see
Yeah,
it.
because I think we're all. I think the guys want to go see it.
I don't know
So
what they were talking about.
Oh,
you
Den
do.
of
It's
Thieves
with 50 Cent
50
and
Cent.
Gerard Butler.
And,
No, I don't.
They've been doing a
okay.
lot of
You
So
watch it.
they did a promotion with and Ice Cube's son is in it too.
I like him.
Whatever his name is.
Yep.
But they was on the Breakfast Club and they had Gerard Butler and it was good because
Yeah,
Gerard Butler was kind of like out of his.
Yeah, because they were
Mhm.
50. I saw some of it. I didn't see. I saw some experts, but okay. So we're gonna do that.
Okay.
All right, guys.
All right. Well,
Everybody good? We
that's
good?
going to wrap it up for
I'm
us.
good. I got to go.
Thank you for joining us for Same Script, Different Cast.
Same
Script, different cast.